This shirt is a clue to today's video. Hi guys, are you ready? I hope you are, because on today's video we are reviewing the ULTRASPIRE Momentum 2.0 Race Vest. We all know how important it is to stay hydrated on your run. In this video, we're going to be learning about this new option from ULTRASPIRE. Let me just give you a quick spoiler. It's a pretty fantastic vest. And you know what, before we go any further, let me just show you this. Because I promise you, once you see this, you are going to want to watch the whole video. Look at this little pocket. This is a pill pocket on the front. It's sweat resistant, but you know, that's not the biggest part. Look at this. It's an automatic magnet enclosure. No, an automatic magnetic closure. What I'm trying to say is that it's a magnet and it closes on its own. So if you put something in it, it's automatically going to close. You're not going to have to worry about the stuff falling out. But the biggest thing is that it's a magnet. You all know how much I love magnets. And there's more. That's not the only magnet on this vest. Let's get into it. Just a few disclosures out of the way. ULTRASPIRE was kind enough to send me the Momentum 2 for the purpose of review. However, there are no other expectations other than just to review it and give you my opinion. With that said, I have been using it for a little over a week now. And this morning's run was 17 miles or 27.38 kilometers at an average pace of 8:11 a mile or 5:05 a kilometer. You guys just saw a little bit of footage of me running with my buddy Tyler, and that run kind of wrapped up my testing period. I've been using this vest every single day for the last week, 8 days. And let me tell you, sometimes I don't want to put on a vest just because it seems like a lot of work. But what attracted me to the Momentum 2.0 was the bottles in the back. Now, I have never used a vest with bottles in the back. If you've ever used the bladder in a vest, it's a little extra work to fill that bladder. And then when you get home, let me tell you, cleaning it is just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work. Bottles are not any extra work. You rinse them out, you let them dry, done deal. It was incredibly easy to just not have the extra drama of the whole bladder inside. Now, by not having a bladder, you are sacrificing liquid space. However, these two bottles in the back each hold 550 milliliters. That's a pretty good size. We've also got two pockets in the front where if you needed to have extra hydration with you, we've got these two pockets in the front that would just fit other flasks. Me personally, I would use soft flasks in these front pockets. But for the back, these ULTRASPIRE hard bottles, but they're very kind of soft, hard bottles, but they're just kind of curved. They're concave. Can you see that? They're concave, so they kind of sit nicely on your back and just hug your back when they're sitting there. Some of you may be wondering, Matt, is there a lot of movement? That was my one concern before I put this on, and I've probably run over 60 miles in this vest now. I think this is the first vest that I've ever worn that I forget I'm wearing it. All right, my friends, if you like running vests, if you agree that you need to hydrate on your runs, and you like learning about different options, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? It really helps the video. It really helps my channel because it tells YouTube that perhaps people are liking this video. So they send it out to other people that might find this type of video useful. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put on the vest and I need to change color shirts because the vest is gonna blend in with this black shirt. So let's do that now. That's better. Okay, now the vest. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the vest. I'm going to run over some of the features. So this is a 6-liter vest. It is in ULTRASPIRE's race collection. So it's very minimal, it's very light, it is for racing. And I've already mentioned it, I did forget that I was wearing it. It is that light, it is that comfortable. And we're going to get back into the comfort because that's another big thing about this vest. But let's just start with the mesh. This vest uses what ULTRASPIRE calls the Ultra Cool Light Mesh. And well, this isn't actually a very good view of it. Let's insert some mesh B-roll right here. So this mesh is super lightweight, it's super breathable, and it's designed to stand off the skin just a micro amount. It's like a honeycomb, a 3D honeycomb, and it sits just off the skin to keep your skin cool, but it's close enough to draw moisture away from the skin. As well as the mesh, we've got this sweat-proof webbing, which is fantastic, especially for me running in Florida through the summer, which is when I'm going to be using this vest the most. When I go out for my runs, everything gets soaked. Everything just picks up weight because I'm sweating so much. I don't have to worry about it in this vest because of the sweat-proof webbing. Brilliant. I need that sweat to just fall off me, fall off and be gone, not being soaked up with all my gear. Just like on shoe reviews, we are going to start at the top, we're going to work our way down on the left side. On the left side, we have this nice big webbed pocket. It's perfect for a cell phone. and I think it would fit any size cell phone. I don't have the biggest iPhone. I think I've got the middle of the line one, and I usually have it in a case, and it fits nicely in here. We also have this drawstring, and the drawstring just makes it so you can cinch it down so it's not going anywhere. And throughout the whole week, I have been running with my phone right here on my shoulder. And sometimes when I'm running, when I feel it vibrate and a message comes in, all I have to do is reach over, take it out, look at it while I'm running. Now would be a great time for a PSA, don't run and text. And then while I'm running, it's all just one fluid motion. I can just reach up without looking, slide the phone in, cinch it down, boom. The phone is not going anywhere. Some of you may not run with a phone. This would also be a great pocket to store some extra gels. It's a pretty good size. So if you were gonna bring some kind of bar, something a little bigger nutrition-wise, this would be a great pocket for that. Moving over to the right side of the vest. Now this is this is how I got you this far. We've got this pill pocket. It's a sweat-proof pill pocket, and obviously it's sweat-proof. So if you want to put your sodium tabs in here, you've got a great place to keep them. But yeah, this magnet is just, I could just sit here and do this all day. Write in the comments right now if you'd like to see a whole video of me just opening and closing a magnetic flap. It's kind of ASMR-ish. Oh, hold on 1 second, the doorbell just rang. Well, this just turned into a very exclusive sneak peek. Let's just take a look, quickly. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a very sneak peek of what was just delivered, and then we're gonna get back to the vest. That's it, that's all you're gonna get to see. Pretty exciting. I know you are just as excited as I am. Okay, where were we? Okay, we were on the sweat resistant magnetic pouch right here. Now on my training runs, I haven't been putting any pills or anything in there, but on this morning's run, this is where I kept a gel. And there are so many pockets all over this vest that I could have kept the gels anywhere, but this seemed like a good one. And you know how much I love just opening and closing the magnetic flap, so when I put the gel in here, it's just a good excuse to open it on the run. Let's move down to the primary pockets on the front. Now, of course, these pockets are perfect if you wanted to have additional hydration with you. So you've got the bottles on the back, you want additional hydration, you can just grab these collapsible water bottles. This is my choice for the pockets on the front of the pack. I don't like the hard bottles on the front of the pack. So you can just go ahead and slide that in there. Also, if you're not having the hydration up front, you've got extra pockets for absolutely anything. If you are a running YouTuber, you're probably bringing a camera with you. This morning's run, here is the little GoPro that I brought on the little extendable stick with the tripod. It closes into a pretty small package. I usually use the other front pocket to hold my camera. And the GoPro with the small stick tripod just fits nicely in there. I didn't even know it was there. It holds it nice and tightly. Let's just say for argument's sake that if it wasn't holding it tightly, how could you do that? What if something was bouncing out? ULTRASPIRE thought of that, and they added 2 elastic drawstrings to each of these pockets. Well, not 2 to each pocket, 1 for each pocket, 2 in total. If my camera was just bouncing around a little too much, all I would do is pull that, it cinches the drawstring tight, holds it in place. Brilliant. Okay, let me show you how this vest actually attaches. How does it join together? We've got 2 elastic bungee cords. It's actually pretty ingenious, and well, not ingenious, it's just incredibly simple. When you have something this close to your skin for such a long time that you're going out for a run, you don't want anything bouncing. You want it as little as possible, as minimalist as possible. So what we've got is just 2 simple bungee cords, and they can be extended to any length. So no matter how big you are across the middle or how much you've got this vest packed down with gear, you're always going to be able to extend it to any length so it connects in the middle. And it's just a very simple bungee cord that attaches to a little clip. It's so simple and it just works. And really, you can't ask for any more than that. And again, just like the pocket closures, they're elastic, there's a little drawstring, and if you had to tighten it down or loosen it, all you do is press the little button and release it, make it looser, press it and pull it, make it super tighter. The good thing is that it allows you to breathe. It doesn't lock you in totally tight. The vest is very close to me. It feels very like it's just part of me. But when I breathe, I can feel the vest expand, that you can see the shape of this vest, how it's cut. This is huge. ULTRASPIRE calls their ergo fit design. So you might think that on some running vests, they're going to be cut straight down like this. And perhaps you've used a running vest in the past where you're going out and you're running and perhaps it's rubbing on your arm, perhaps it's rubbing somewhere else. This vest with the ergo fit design is designed to let your arms move freely. It kind of tapers up towards the top and it curves in so you can move your arms freely. There is plenty of room for my arms to move. We can see here it's just cut to give me plenty of movement right around the back. I've already mentioned rubbing and how things start to chafe after a while. ULTRASPIRE thought of that. And they've included this plush feeling microfiber polyester edging all around the vest. And that's just so it feels good against your skin. When you're out on a race course for hours and hours at a time, or if you're just out for a training run, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants chafing. And this nice soft material around the edges is going to prevent that from happening. Okay, we've made it down the vest. Now we're going to be talking about the sides. Then we're moving around the back to the Fluidic holster system. You're going to want to see this. Okay, so we move down to the sides. We have on each side, we've got these kind of bungee pockets that are just great extra space. It's great to utilize this material on the side. There's so much stuff that you could put in here. I see myself putting trash. And it's important, you got to bring that trash out with you, but you don't want it where you're going to be feeling it all the time with all your other stuff. So I don't want to put it in the same pocket as my camera. I don't want to put it in the same pocket as my phone. If I put it in the same pocket as another water bottle, the trash may come out when I pull out the bottle to drink. So it's nice having these pockets on the side that I can just stash stuff in. They're also big enough that I can store bars or even more gels if I'm bringing that much nutrition on the run with me. So let's come around to the back and we're going to look at the Fluidic holster system. So we have two. We have one on each side, and right here, right where my fingers are, there are magnets. And when the bottle is in the vest, you can see that the magnets are right underneath it, so it's holding it in kind of an upright position. Then when you go to grab the bottle, you want to release it, all you do is move the bottle down and pull it out. It's kind of like a rail system, so the bottle just kind of slides in and out, and it goes in just as easy. All you do, pull the magnet, slide it back in, move the bottle up into position. Again, we have these elastic drawstrings, so if your bottle isn't in tight enough, you can just cinch these down and it keeps the bottle nice and secure. The lower back is just the best place to store something that has mass that you're carrying, because it really doesn't jiggle. So let me just show you this Fluidic holster. Again, it's a magnet. It's absolutely brilliant. All I'm doing when I'm running is reaching back, grabbing the bottle, pulling down and pulling out. I'm drinking what I need, then I'm coming back, opening it and putting it in. Now I realize that while I've been showing you this, I've been doing it with two hands. Although when I've been out on my runs and I've actually been using this and I've been using it for hydration, I reach for a bottle, I do take the bottles and put them back one-handed. And it really is just as easy. All you're doing is opening the magnet, sliding it into place, and the magnet automatically locks. The bottle is now secure, it's not going anywhere, and when it's time for a drink, all I have to do is reach back, pull down, drink away. It is a fantastic system. It's just about 100 times easier to put liquid in a bottle. I can freeze it, and then I can bring a block of ice with me and it slowly melts on the run. This ULTRASPIRE Momentum 2.0 has made it so I am going to wear a running vest more often. It's made it so it's just easier. It removes a barrier that I had before, and I'm going to be more hydrated because of it. We do have the main storage pocket right in the middle, the center of your back. This is a very light, it's a quick stash pocket, so it's very easy to get stuff in, to get stuff out. It's a very light mesh. This is where you're going to be keeping things that you're not going to use all the time. So perhaps you start a race using a light shell. After a couple miles, when you get warmed up, you're going to take that shell off, you're going to stuff it in the back, it's out of the way. There is also a waterproof zipper pocket right in here. This is where I would imagine keeping car keys, as well as a few maybe emergency medical supplies, maybe some medical tapes, some plasters, that sort of thing. Probably should have mentioned this earlier in the video, but this vest retails for $89.95, less than $100. It is an absolutely phenomenal deal. You do not get any bottles with it, so that is something that you're going to have to buy. Now, a lot of you already have bottles lying around the house. Don't use those bottles in the back because of what we were talking about before. The special shape of these bottles just makes these ideal. These sell for $15 a piece. Of course, I will link to the vest and the bottles in the show notes below. And just as full disclosure, the Amazon links that I do put in the show notes below, they are affiliate links. I do get a very small commission. You don't pay any more, but it just helps support the channel. Thanks for staying all the way to the end of the video. I post new running videos at least twice a week. Be kind, be happy, run well. See you in a couple of days.